We're good? Okay. All right. Hello. Welcome back to the next episode of Artema. Quick recap of last episode was it seemed like a dream sequence episode for you guys. You all woke to find yourselves in what looked like an old abandoned village. Not a small village, though, a rather large village with deep crumbling buildings, cobblestone grounds, streets, alleyways that have been falling apart. Very foggy, very dark. You weren't able to make out a lot as you began exploring this ancient, decrepit village. Eventually, you made your way to what looked like maybe a town square with a what looked like a well in the center of it. You initially inspected the well. I forget who did what, but looking into it was filled with what looked like water. But I think it was you, Zeph. Did you take a peek in there? Submerged your face, or was it Holfi? Holfi, you submerged your face into there and you felt this kind of weird, cool wash over you, this weird cold wash over you, as you were able to kind of get a peek into what looked like kind of this cavern that looks like it had been inhabited at one point or currently. Soon after that, you guys didn't do anything else with the well immediately. You inspected what looked like a house, and when you walked in through the threshold of the door, you felt the same cold wash over you that you felt when you submerged your face into that well. And walking into this house, you saw a boy, older boy, late teens, kind of sitting on what looked like a bed, lacing up some shoes, some boots, looking like he's getting ready to go out for the day. The boy kind of seemed to be half perceiving you guys, who kind of fade in and out of perception of you being there, or at times he seemed to kind of associate you with somebody else in his life. Laced up his boots, went to a cabinet, grabbed a dagger from a box in there, and he made his way out of the house through the threshold, at which point after he went back outside the door through the threshold, he kind of disappeared from your guys' perspective. You guys left the house, went back to the well. You guys made your way into this well. As this cold washed over, you made your way down. And what you found down there was kind of this large, like I said, round cavern. It looked like maybe it was some sort of ritualistic chamber with a sigil in the center with a chest in the middle. You found various sorts of odds and ends scattered around the walls of this cavern. Things like what looked like what you would understand to be, out of character, to be voodoo doll type things. You also saw kind of empty glass canisters, just cabinets, things of that sort. Looks like maybe some sort of, like I said, ritualistic chamber. Zeph, you summoned your vine arms out of the ground to whack this chest out from the sigil, because apparently the sigil was inflicting kind of burn damage.
It is a tentacle, sir.
Tentacle, sure, yeah. So you were able to whack it a few times.
Willy tentacle?
Wee Willy tentacle? I'm sorry.
Wee Willy tentacle?
It's
sorry.
It's on
sorry,
brand.
Dan.
All right, sorry for derailing that early in the
Wee
game.
Willy tentacle. WWT.
We're not going with that. It's just so we're clear, that's
Agree to
not canon.
disagree.
Go ahead.
I said it on the stream, so.
Tis canon.
Tis not.
So you whack this chest into the sigils. Yeah. You guys spend a lot of time trying to open up this chest that did not seem to want to be opened. You went through several ideas, from kind of just punching the shit out of it to see if it would break open, to trying to lockpick it. Rowan, I believe you tried to lockpick it a couple times to no avail.
Alcina turned into
You've
a
rolled
bear.
20, yeah. Yep. Valcina turned into a bear and tried to kind of just smash it onto the ground, did not want to open. Then she had the idea to turn into an ant to try to crawl into it, I think, which you guys decided probably wasn't a great idea considering the size of the chest. Eventually, Holfi said, Bucket, let's just strap it to this rope that we have and bring it up with us and see what we can do with it up there. Holfi, you were the first one to leave this cavernous chamber. And as soon as you pulled your head up over the lip of the well, you see the boy from inside the house kind of getting beaten down by a large dragonborn looming over him with a few other human people also looming over this boy. With that, Valsina, I think you came up, and you had also grabbed a dagger. So when the boy left the house, he had grabbed a dagger from a box. You went back over to the same dresser and you pulled out the box and you opened it up, and you found it looked like the same dagger that the boy had just grabbed from there, and you took it for yourself, sheathed it. After leaving the well, you saw what was happening with the boy on the ground being beaten down by this large dragonborn character that you guys all recognized to be what looked like maybe a younger version of DMX. You ran over Valsina and you took the dagger. Before doing so, I think Holfi and perhaps Valsina too, you kind of saw that things were kind of flickering, and the way they were glitching inside the house with the boy going from one location to another, with this confrontation between this Dragonborn DMX character and this boy cowering on the ground. These kind of seemed to be glitching a bit, and at one point they kind of switched places with the Dragonborn on the ground and the boy being the antagonist. Valsina, you ran over and you shoved the dagger between the shoulder blades of the Dragonborn of DMX, the aggressor in the situation, and you just saw his body kind of turn to ash, a coin purse fall to the floor below, and then the other 4 humans that were with DMX also eventually turned to ash as well, as did the boy on the ground. You pick up the coin purse, and as you do, the coin purse, the leather, encapsulament kind of just also falls to ash, at which a number of gold coins fall to the broken cobblestone ground below. And amongst those coins, you also find a key, which that key was the right key, the perfect key for you to open up the chest that you dragged up with you from the well. You get this chest open. Inside, a large kind of, I don't know, maybe 1.5 to 2 foot wide bag that you were able to discern was made of human skin, leathered human skin, of which you opened it up. And as soon as you did, this kind of like soul-like entity rushed up out of the bag into the sky, human-shaped, large, into the sky. And with a loud shriek, you heard it disappeared. You guys...
Male, right?
It was, from what you could discern, it was male, yes. But you weren't really able to make out much else. It was very spirited, ethereal, if you will, ghost-like. With that, I think, what happened? Did you guys suddenly find yourselves at a dock? Yeah, you kind of...
figure, like, changing shapes.
It was what? You broke up there?
Oh, it was a figure changing shapes, spookily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, you arrived at these docks. Before you saw what looked like... you recognized, Holfi, a small child with matte black hair, which you recognized to be your grandson. Is that right?
Yeah, who I've never seen, but I guess would be.
You recognize the family nose.
Got a very distinct nose. Yeah.
Distinct nose. Which then transformed into let's see here. Transformed into...
Greyhound.
A greyhound.
Astra or something?
Yep. And then an Astra, which Triscana, you recognize to be... I lost all my notes, guys. Where'd they go?
Teenage girl.
Yeah, it was your Fegala.
Yeah.
Yep.
Teenage girl, Astra. That's it.
You're not the only one with a mysterious backstory.
Who then transformed into a large Maharu, this kind of half wolf, half fish-like creature. So you all rolled initiative. You had a long fight, rather tiresome fight. A lot of you were already badly hurt from the previous day's activities before you fell asleep that night. Zeph, you lost a hand. I think it was your right hand in this encounter. And Valsina, you were able to kind of like barely tether this hand back onto Zeph's arm after this battle, and it was just like kind of felt weird. It's just like the skin was keeping the hand there, but everything else inside the skin was just like a limp wrist. With that, suddenly you guys, I forget who it was, maybe it was you, Valsina, you saw kind of the shrieking hag-like creature face just appear in front of you with this shrill scream, and with that, you all woke up in the middle of the night. And then I think everybody kind of turned and tried to go back to sleep for the night. So I will say at this point, you guys have all woken up the following morning after a long rest, a good night's rest.
Steph has his hand back, right? And
Yes.
then Holfie found a voodoo doll that we don't know is a voodoo doll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I still have the dagger.
Do you still have the dagger?
Mm-hmm.
That was like one of the first things I checked when we got back.
But I got to keep
Yep.
my hand, so whatever.
I guess I didn't do too bad of a job gluing it back on then.
Apparently.
And Zeph, you have a scar where that hand was severed, but the hand seems to be
Yeah. I've got a little
Perfectly
DMX
functional.
doll.
All right. Just call
We
it.
all got a long rest, right?
Yeah, we did.
We did. Okay, just checking.
So Triskana's future telling portent rolls until our next long rest are going to be 12 and 8. It's cheating if I don't declare that.
You're getting really cut out.
What was
Ash.
it? Yeah, you're kind of out a lot. Yeah. Not sure.
I'll try and fix that. My next portent rolls will be 12 and 8. My future telling rolls.
Okay. Cool. All right, so it is morning. You hear footsteps outside your door, footsteps up above you, and the decks above, voices, kind of loud, boisterous voices, as people seem to be getting ready for the day. So what do you guys do?
I get up and just check on Squeakums, see if he's okay.
Squeakums is kind of like rolled up in a corner of the room. It looks like he's gathered a few feathers, maybe from a pillow he kind of nibbled open. He's made himself a little bed. His little mouse chest kind of rising and falling as he's still sleeping.
That is the storm right now.
It seems like the storm has passed.
Oh, cool.
Doesn't feel like the ship is rocking too heavily or anything.
I'll get up and do my old man stretches. Just like lie down on the floor and put my knee to one side,
Mhm.
my knee to the other side. Get up and
Hammock not treating you well?
I'm a little old to be climbing into one of them.
Shouldn't have picked the top one.
I think it was kind of picked for me.
You hear a Zeph.
Yeah.
Holfie.
Oh yeah, right.
You're late.
How's your hand?
It's here. We'll see what it can do today.
Head to the mess.
Just gather myself and quickly run out behind Holfie.
So you open up the door, and Cook Nero Harlan is standing there himself, kind of sweat beating down his forehead, and he looks a little perturbed. You're late. Come on, go down below decks. Bring up some breakfast foods.
Yep. On the way.
Got a crew to feed.
I just turn to Lucina and I just say, I'm super happy I didn't get assigned to the kitchen.
Yeah, me too. Now I can do fun things like finish building the still while they have to wake up at the crack of dawn and slave over a hot stove,
I think I'm staying away from any alcohol that you make.
Alright. Well, it's fair. We haven't grown the potatoes yet, so.
Still not sure if I can grow the potatoes. I never really had potatoes until you gave me them, but we'll see what we can do.
All right. So who's doing what?
Well, I'm doing as I was told.
Nero Harlan has made his way back up to the mess hall. He asked you guys to go below decks to find food.
Okay, both of us. I wasn't sure if he wanted Zeph to do that while I do something else. Or...
He looked at both of you. Yeah.
Okay, yep, so I follow Zeph.
Okay. So you guys make your way down below decks to the storage hold area, and you see that the familiar crates, stuffed with food of all types. Go ahead and do a perception check as you enter. Each of you.
10.
12.
Okay. Holfi, you don't catch it so much. Zeph, as you enter the room, you catch scent of something that smells off. Maybe definitely stinky. Putrid, somewhat. Something rotten.
Can I tell where it's coming from?
It smells like it's definitely coming from at least some of the crates of food in here.
Hopefully, I think we got a problem, man. A lot of this stuff doesn't smell so hot. No, I'm not you. I mean, maybe, but, crates as well. It doesn't smell like rotting, putrid food.
Oh, we can't have that. I think Triskana knows how to do, well, they probably wouldn't want to eat it. They're so...
Well, what they don't know.
Well, we can't deal with them being very upset. And also, Neil's going to have our guts for garners if we go throwing out food.
Yeah. Let's salvage what we can, and we'll head back up and let them know.
Maybe look to see if there's any obviously bad potatoes in the bucket. Throw them out.
Let's pick what we can from what we have and pick that up.
Okay.
And breakfast first, clean up later.
Yeah.
So you guys you're sifting through the crates looking for anything that's good. Is that right? All right. So as you open up these crates, you notice looks like a lot of the food has turned. It's definitely going bad. Some food maybe is good to use. So go and do an investigation check.
Oh no. I'm proficient. Does that mean I get advantage?
Aren't you a professional investigator?
Yeah, I get advantage on that, right? Because I'm proficient, right? Please say yes.
It should just give it for you, and if you're proficient, it should give you your bonus.
13.
Okay.
It didn't give me a bonus that I can tell.
If you have the circle filled in,
I do.
then it did.
It automatically,
points for
it should have it counted.
Yeah.
Okay. 5.
Okay. All right,
Smells real
Holfi. So
bad.
so you guys, you find some food of what you think is good food. Maybe hasn't spoiled like a majority of the rest of the food. And you kind of pile this up into a second empty box to bring it up to the mess hall.
Neil's gonna be furious when he hears.
It's
Also,
not,
the crew.
it's not our fault. It's what can we do? I
Why would
hope.
it spoil so quickly.
I'm unsure. I don't think it's something we could have done right. I mean, it's not like we left the fridge door open,
Yes.
which isn't a thing.
What's a fridge?
Right, exactly. Like, what could we possibly have done for it to make it go bad? So I guess we'll take what we get and take what we've got and head up to the mess.
Okay. So you make your way up to the mess hall. And the cook, Nira Harlan, is there. He's kind of shuffling around frantically, getting pots and pans ready. He goes, "Come on, bring the food over." Is that
Nira,
all you
bad
have?
news. This is all we've got. Everything is spoiling down below.
what?
Almost none of it is edible.
What do you mean not edible? We've only been at sea for 2 days.
That's what I thought as well. It's all gone bad.
No, you're talking nonsense.
Go see for
You
yourself.
I saw it myself, and food is definitely starting to spoil.
He takes the box. He puts out his hands to take the box from you, to open it up and to look at it. He gives it like a good sniff. Well, seems all right to me.
This batch, this is the good stuff.
Yeah, we were up the best we could see.
2 days. The food's going bad already. The crew won't be happy about this.
We should turn back.
Sabotage?
Can't turn back. No time
There's
to turn
food
back.
supposed to be for months. How can we possibly feed an entire crew and all of us ourselves for months? If the food's turning in 2 days.
I'd say we could go
Father.
fishing, but I think that we've found a lot of it to be edible here.
I would suggest not fishing.
So,
Does seem odd that it would turn bad in 2 days. We'll have to find new food somewhere.
Perhaps where we came from would be the most sensible answer.
We have no time to turn back. I can pose that to the captain, but I don't think that's realistic.
God, this is like that scene in Harold and Kumar where they take like 2 steps out the apartment. It's like, nah,
Shit, can't go back now.
It's 2 days, month-long voyage.
2 days.
Yeah.
Add 4 days versus certain death.
We have somewhere we have to be. We have to be there shortly. I don't think the captain would be on board, if you will, with turning around at this point.
Well, I hope you all get real comfortable eating magic food really quickly.
Insight check to see if do I suspect anything with like his use of the word on like board. Whether there's like I want to just check if there's any kind of like resentment or anything towards the captain.
Yeah, go and do an insight check.
Nat 20. Plus
Okay.
5.
Boom!
25.
You just found out what this guy's motivation for waking up in the morning is. Let alone.
Yeah. So what you're able to kind of discern from the entire statement that he made is that it seems that Nira is probably aware of the lighthouse, and that the captain is aiming to go there as well. Right?
Okay.
Is aware of the destination where they need to be and the time in which they need to get there.
Okay, good to know. Not some kind of like coded mutinous, attitude, but just
Mm-hmm. Not mutinous, yeah.
hell bent on getting there for whatever reason based on what we know about it. Which.
Yep. Okay. So you guys start prepping breakfast for Nira, while he goes below decks to kind of inspect the food that you guys saw as being rotten. Okay. People start trickling in. So we'll transition back to Valsina, Triscana, Rowan. What are you guys doing?
Oh, we didn't have to do a survival check with cooking today. That's nice. I like it. Are we gaining
Not yet.
some? Great.
I'm so glad I got that nat 20 out of the way for.
Sorry, yeah. I just kind of, you know what? I should get inspiration for lowering myself.
So I'm going to. Rowan's just staring into a corner that doesn't appear to have anything in it, but she's looking a little freaked out. And then I'm just gonna walk out of the room.
Trike will examine the corner to try and see what Rowan was looking at.
You can do a perception check.
Okay.
I'm curious of what I'm looking at too.
Ghosts of a past.
6.
Okay.
Also 6.
All right.
Rolled
would
a nat
say-
1.
Neither of you are able to make out what it is Rowan saw.
I think we should probably follow her. What do you think?
I mean, I guess we could. There's a few things I wanted to do here, but I guess they can wait.
I mean, I support the still. What else do you need to do today?
I was wondering, can you... I can't remember exactly how much we learned about the dagger, but do you have any, like, kind of identification magic so that we could maybe learn a little bit more about it? All I have is, like, detect magic.
I don't think I have identify,
Okay.
but it might be something that if you let me study it for a while, it'll just come to me if Mike says that's how it works.
I mean, I guess in that case I could do that as well. Look, I've already got one curse, okay? We don't need 2 people cursed. We can just have one very cursed person.
Okay, I'm for that.
Who's cursed?
Well, no, I've got the parasite thing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like I'm already on a clock. Like, we don't need all of us dying. Like, if I'm
Yeah.
already on my way out, I'll pick up all the risky stuff.
Yep.
Like a biological clock.
Yeah.
Better have that baby soon. Thank you.
Very short.
For what
Very
it's,
short gestation.
for what it's worth, I don't think it will kill you.
I hope not. I haven't even made it through like a 10th of my life yet. That'd be sad.
I don't know.
I haven't even made it through a 20th of my life. Holy shit.
You've been in one of my visions, and I don't know when the vision is supposed to occur. But you don't look like you've become that yet,
Okay, that's good. Okay.
if that helps.
Are we still on the ocean then, or have we landed, or...
In the vision?
Yeah. What was your vision about?
I don't know. It's dangerous to say too much because you can change.
Oh, if I know too much, it's gonna change how I act, and it might not come true.
We don't have a lot of control over where the tides of fate take us, really. I mean, whatever's going to pass comes to pass. But you can interpret things the wrong way by thinking you have control over it. But, you emerged from the water. But I don't know
Okay.
if it was coastal water or deep water.
Some kind of water, though.
I've been meditating on it. I'll let you know.
Alright, thanks.
It was you and Rowan, too, so...
Oh, that's nice. At least we're still together.
It means you don't die on the same day, anyway.
Yeah!
Okay. What else do you want to do today?
I didn't really have too many plans. I guess we could figure out, do we know how far away we are from our next location, which is the lighthouse? They told us that, or no?
Mike, do we know that?
So what you do know is that you saw seagulls flying in the ocean air the day before. So it seems like you must kind of be close to land. Perhaps it's near the lighthouse.
Okay.
Very cool.
I'm not sure exactly how close you are, though.
There's one thing I wanted to do, but maybe you can tell me if you think it's a good idea or not.
Okay.
The Suma that Holfi found.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to talk to him.
Okay. We're gonna have to see how on edge DMX is. What if...
I mean, I have message. I don't need to be right in front of him. If I just know where he is, I can...
Oh, wait.
I could be on the deck above, even, and talk to him.
Sounds like a pretty safe way to do it.
I would need Holfi to tell me where he is, though. I don't know.
Maybe we'll catch him after breakfast rush.
And I need to check on the plants, but that'll be most of the day. Should we find Rowan?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we leave our room to find Rowan.
Okay. So, Rowan, what are you doing?
I'm trying to find Felix, the carpenter gnome.
Oh, Felix. Yeah, Felix von Luckers. Okay.
Fix it, Felix!
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So, where are you searching? Are you?
I'm just kind of asking around, and I'm gonna search up deck first.
Okay. Yeah, so you go up above decks as people are kind of, scurrying about doing their daily duties. You do see him up there. He looks like he's just kind of working on one of the rails. Okay, looks like he's repairing it. Maybe some damage from the storm from the night before.
So I walk up to him, and I'm just like, need any help?
Well, sure. I suppose I could use some help. What skills do you have?
Well, I have a feeling that I'm going to be pretty good at carpentry today, so I can probably do anything that you want me to do that requires nails and a hammer or saw.
Sure. Well, that rail over there, and he points kind of to the edge of on the ground, propped up against the wall. It looks like a new rail that he's created, and he points over at a broken rail that's kind of splintering and falling off. He goes, "That one needs to be replaced. You can replace that one there."
Is there anything I can help you with personally, though? Like, you hold a piece of wood?
Oh, sure. Well, you can. I'm fixing this rail here. How about you just hold that steady for me?
That's probably steady.
Is she trying to get some?
It's really seems like the oldest profession is. Anyway.
It's like, really, hey there.
Is there anything I can help you with personally?
With some of that carpentry, you need me to hold anything for you?
You're really trying to make gnome sexy.
I'm not. I think you
Yes.
pull it off yourself. All right.
Felix von Luckers is very old. He's the sort of old where he's got gray
weird,
hairs
bro.
growing out of his ear that are long. They should
gnome,
probably
too.
be trimming. Yeah.
For some reason, you said very old. My brain fielded very interested.
Insight.
It's not that kind of game. Yet?
Bum, chicka, bum, bum.
Famous guy.
Yeah.
Did we just lose a viewer?
For the record, I'm not the first person to laugh at that. It was Ashley who lost it, not me. I was holding it together.
I'm sorry, I'm 12.
So so Rowan, you're starting to help Felix here as he's installing this new rail, about 10 feet long. So you're trying to hold it steady, and he's kind of hammering away at it. He's trying to wedge it into the. Looks like this is rather kind of he's really got a lot of attention to detail. It's got this little carved wedge. He's not really using nails so much as it's this kind of contraption he's built where it just wedges it in there and just naturally sits inside. So what I need you to do is, as you're helping him, you're trying to hold on to it, but he's hitting it really hard. Go ahead and do a let's see. Go and do just do a strength check for me.
13 because I have a -1.
Okay. Yeah, so he's hammering away at it, and it's moving a little bit for you, and you're trying to keep it straight, and he looks over.
I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm laughing as Ashley's laughing. She can't even hold it together. She's probably not transmitting, but I'm hearing her laugh over here.
Sorry. He's just hammering
Oh
away.
yeah, he's just hammering away.
Just beat it. Just
Put together.
For the first one.
oh my god.
He goes, can't you keep it steady? Steady, Rowan, come on.
I'm trying. And then I just put my, go like this to the board.
You put your whole body
Hug
over
it.
it.
Just try to hug it.
Okay. Do another strength check this time.
Oh, it's so bad.
Okay.
3.
Okay. So as you kind of toss your body onto it to kind of keep it in place, you kind of accidentally lean forward a little bit and just shifts the railing. He goes, God damn it, gnome. Blast it. Pull it back. And you see that after you did that, part of the wood that was going inside the ship that he was trying to wedge in has snapped a little bit. He goes,
Can I fix it real quick before he even says anything? Or try to fix it?
sure. What are you going to try to do? How do you want to do it?
Can I take some of the tools that he has laying around, the extra hammer or something, and just try to put a new wedge in or something?
Okay. So as you frantically, before he even has a chance to really do anything, you're like, oh shit. And you reach into his little tool pouch on the ground and you pull out a hammer and what looks like kind of like a chisel. And you just start hammering away. And he's looking panicked. Oh my god.
Seeing carpentry tools.
You're hammering away on his tool pouch. Of course he's gonna look panicked.
He turns to another one of the gnomes on the other, working on another rail on the other side of the ship. Carl, what's she doing? Come over here and help me. Help me. She's ruining my rail. And go ahead and do a so you're trying to fix what you just splintered here. Go ahead
I'm
and
trying
do
to fix
a
it and make it even better than it was.
yeah. All right, go ahead and do a oh gosh, what would this even be? Do a survival check.
See how you handle that wood.
So do I get advantage with having proficiency in carpentry tools and stuff?
Is that a thing you have? Yeah. Well, it should do it for you.
Yeah, you just add your +2 to whatever the skill check would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your proficiency bonus.
Is it a nature check?
Survival. Do a survival check.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Survival.
+1, so +3 total. Okay.
16.
Okay. So as he's turning, he's asking this other gnome that works for him, Carl, to come over and help. You're like, and you're able to kind of fix it pretty quickly. And you pull the rail back and you kind of put it in place. And by the time Carl walks over, this younger kind of stacked gnome, and Felix turn back towards the rail. It's
Mike, do you just want to write a gnomish romance novel?
romance novel.
Well, we need to know for all the note takers out there, how do we spell this Carl's name?
Yeah,
Keep them separate.
it's CKARL. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Not to be confused with CCARL, thick Carl. Yeah.
Thick Carl. You really just call him Thick Carl?
Fucking NPC naming is just like a fucking comedy.
What race is Thick Carl?
He's also a gnome.
Yeah, that gnome is just
No.
dummy thick.
What'd you say?
You know his name's Big Carl. Like, is that just something he calls himself?
I fucking lost it.
We didn't lose a viewer. We just lost a player. Dulcina just rage quit. She just pulled a Snoop Dogg and walked out. She's gonna be streaming like blank for the next 12 hours.
Walk it off a little bit there. Jeez.
Yeah. All right, Rowan, you fix the rail, and Felix like, okay, well, how about you going to do that other rail over there then? That was rather impressive.
Thank you. And I'll go do the other rail, I guess.
All right. So with this one, go and do another. So this one isn't as long. It's only about 4 feet long. You can really handle this one yourself. Going to do another survival check with this one. Stop it.
Then hold it together until Ashley laughs, so that I just can't do it.
Yeah, it's only 4 feet long. You can totally handle it.
Yeah.
Make a wood handling check.
Well,
Did you
12.
say animal handling?
I'm sorry if I've created a hostile work environment.
Yeah, so you rolled a 12 on this. So this one's a little like girthy. You can't quite like get your. You can't.
not how I saw it.
You can't. You need help, and Thick Carl sees this, and he walks over, and he grabs one side of the rail with you, and he goes, "Can you get the other side?" And he helps you kind of lift it up and put it into place. So he's going to give you an assist in trying to fix this rail.
Oh, I know exactly what your high school friend lunch was like now. Jeez.
I'm so sorry.
I guess you could say this section is really going off the rails.
You cannot pretend that you didn't.
I'm
do
not
that
gonna be able to drink
intentionally at this
anything.
point.
Yeah. All right, he's gonna give you an assist on this one. Let's see. All right, yeah. So he gets a nat 20 on this. So you kind of, with you two doing this combined, you're able to fix the rail, and it's fixed. It's
Man, you've been doing this for a while, haven't you?
yeah,
Can
a
handle
few
this
years
wood.
now. Been working with Felix for several years. He's a good man to work for.
Working on
Taught me a lot.
working on the ship, or do you have other jobs on land?
I've worked with Felix both on this ship and off this ship. I've known him for a long time.
So have you taken this trip often then?
One sec. Here we go. This trip back to Artema twice now. This is my second time.
How was the first one?
Long and hard.
It was long, tiresome. It was interesting. But, you know, that's to be expected with a journey such as this.
Do I
Strange things can happen aboard, especially when you spend a month or two together on a vessel like this.
what kind of strange things? And I'm just kind of like working, not really like, small talk kind of thing, but
Mhm.
it's not small talk.
He kind of looks around a little shiftily. Oh, just the occasional attack from creatures here or there, or places we might need to stop for one reason or another.
What places you need to stop? Like, what kind of places?
Decisions like that are usually left up to the captain or the first mate. We just follow orders.
Are you able to go on land when you stop at these places?
Typically the captain will let us go on land, but sometimes we choose not to. Sometimes it's wiser to stay aboard. He kind of like shakes his head a little bit at that and raises his eyebrows and kind of realizes maybe he seems as though maybe he said a little too much, and he just kind of walks away from you.
Is he going back to Felix, or is he like walking away?
He's walking back over to Felix. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna walk back to Felix too, because I gotta return his tools. Or see if he wants anything else done.
Yep.
I turn to Thick Carl, because I don't think I know.
Yeah, there's Thick Carl. No.
What's your name?
I'm Carl.
It's nice to meet you, Carl. I'm Rowan.
Rowan. Pleasure.
Oh, pleasure's all mine.
Jesus, Ashley, get it together.
Right, and then I just asked Felix if he needs me for anything else.
Jesus Christ.
Twirling her hair, like anything at all.
Yeah.
I'm the least valuable player.
Yes, I think you've done enough. Thank you for your help today, Felix says.
Anytime. Thanks for letting me help. I feel kind of useless on this boat. Anytime you need any help, I'm happy to assist.
When we need a hand, we'll let you know. And it seems like they're rather impressed with your workmanship, being able to help install these 2 rails. And at least the morale of these individual characters seems like it might be up for the day, that they know they have somebody additional on board who might be able to help them.
I just turned to Triscana and I'm like, you okay?
I'm sorry, just a little salt air in my throat. I'm fine.
You look like you need a drink of water.
I was barely listening to any of that. That gnome is dummy thick, though. I mean, wow.
You have a thing for gnomes.
I've just never seen them before. They're so exotic. You're very beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You're tall.
That is true.
I just kind of look awkward and I just walk away.
All right.
No, you're kind of tall, as she stands next to another person that's like 2 feet taller than her.
I didn't know you were there too.
So,
just
back to Zeph and Holfi. So you guys are preparing breakfast. So go and do a survival check. Expertly. Yeah, so do a survival check.
12.
13.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you're able to use this food. You make several pans worth of breakfast. And the cook near comes back up and he's just shaking his head. He's like, it just doesn't make sense. All that food's spoiled. And he looks out at the trays that you put out. He goes, I hope none of this food is bad. But we have to feed the people.
Well, what are we going to do?
It looked fine to me. And it looked fine to you, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
We searched as best we could.
All 3 of us all looked it over, and it seemed it was good enough to serve.
You gave it a good sniff.
He walks over to one of the pans where you have some eggs there. He kind of takes like a spoon out and just. I guess we'll see. Don't want to make the whole crew sick, but we have no choice. They have to be fed. And so people are starting to kind of come through line. He's whispering this to you so nobody hears. People are starting to plate up their food. Okay. So who else is doing what?
I will water my plants. I'll make a quick trip up and spend like half an hour just giving my plants their morning water, and then I'll go for breakfast.
Okay. All right, so you make your way up to the top of the mast. You're watering your plants up there. Go and do a perception check while you're up there. Okay. So up the top of your mast, you notice, what's the rear of the ship? Aft, right?
Yes.
You notice what
Stern,
looks like
aft. Right?
stern. Yeah,
what comes after?
sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yep, what comes after. You notice what looks like a rope. Looks like it's dangling down the aft side.
Where's it hitched from?
It looks like it's tethered to one of the rails just along the edge of the ship. It seems out of place. It doesn't seem like a.
Oh, I'm very curious about that. I'll climb down from my plants and go see exactly what that rope is tied for.
How are the plants doing?
They're okay. Got another like 6 inches out of them.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Got maybe like a week and a half, and we'll have some full trees.
Oh, I'm looking forward to fresh roots.
Yeah.
So aft and stern are the same thing. It's forward bow at the front.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Somebody
So
tied
you-
something here. Yeah, I show Valsina.
And so what do you do? You look over the edge. So you see this rope just goes all the way down the side of the ship, and actually kind of just disappears into the water below.
Are there any windows in between where I'm standing and the water?
Say it again.
Are there any windows between where I'm standing and the water?
So you're above deck right now, right?
Yeah,
Like,
so if I was to climb on the rope, would there be like a window I could swing into? Or was someone trying to get into the water or out of the water?
there's no wind. So you're looking over the side. You don't see any windows immediately. No.
Okay.
There would be windows on the front of the ship where the captain's quarters are.
Right.
Because it kind of spans the whole front of the ship.
But no like portholes or anything back there.
Not here that you see now.
Okay.
I'll give it a little tug. Does it feel like there's something heavy tied to it?
Yes.
Does it look okay?
Yeah, it doesn't. So as you give a little tug on it, can't really. Definitely heavy. Can't really pull it too much.
Yeah, that's definitely kind of weird, right?
You want to try and pull it up?
Why not?
All right, we try and pull it up. See what's on the other
Okay.
side of it.
You're both trying to pull on it?
Yeah.
And both do strength checks for me.
This is going to be laughable.
When I get to have advantage because I'm a large creature.
So I rolled a 2 for a total of 1.
Okay.
Go. Roll. Okay, 17.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
I
a
would.
D4 if you want me to. Maybe I can make it to 20. Let's see. 18.
18. So with that, you're struggling a little bit, Triscana. But with Valsina's help, you guys are able to pull this rope slowly, one arm after another, as you each pull on it. With Valsina, you're kind of laying on your back, feet propped up against the the side of the rail of the boat. Triscana, you're standing up, you're pulling. So Triscana, you can see as the rope starts to come up, bits of algae and green plant matter just falling off as you pull the rope up. And the first thing you see emerge as you pull it up is the top of a human head. As you're pulling slowly, hair matted down.
Is there a human body attached to the rest of the head?
Do you continue pulling?
Yeah.
Okay. As you pull it up, yep, looks like it's a head attached to a human body.
Is it still alive?
It looks pretty stiff as you pull it up, kind of bangs against the side of the ship.
Oh, we should probably call someone about this, right?
I mean, I think we should call the surgeon. Oh, God.
Yeah, well, I meant for, security concerns. Yeah, I can look at him. I'm pretty sure he's dead, though.
Take a minute and just get information before there's a panic. If this was a murder, then it might be the murderer who comes running first. So let's just take a look. Do we know this person?
You recognize the individual. Who were you, Triskana? Did you see the 4 guards? Who was there? The 4 guards with DMX the first time you met DMX?
I was.
Rowan did.
Yeah, I would have
So
been on
Triska-
deck, yeah.
You would have been on deck. I don't think so, Triskana. I don't think you do.
Did I see the guards when I was a cat, like before we took off? When I was snooping?
When you were a cat.
Trisca, you were there with me when we tried to open that door and we saw DMX for the first time.
Okay, that's
You
true.
were there.
That's true.
Okay. So I'll say, yeah, Triskana, you do recognize this individual. Looks like one of the 4 guards, one of DMX's 4 guards, one of the security personnel aboard the ship.
Are they gold boots or independent?
They are not gold boots. Just from what you know, they're just the security officers aboard the Selena.
Okay, before anyone else comes, was he drowned or hanged?
Right. Can I try to identify a cause of death?
Did you pull the body all the way up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, gonna do a medicine check.
I'm gonna guide myself. Probably not gonna help that much.
Oh my god, you're a surgeon!
Okay, I got up to a 10. I got double digits. All right, it's 10. That's not too bad.
10? Okay. You do notice that there's, so a couple things. The rope is tied like a noose around his neck. But as you're inspecting the body, you also see what looks like as you flip him over, between his shoulder blades, where maybe he was stabbed.
Between the shoulder blades?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see
Okay.
Belsina do that. Okay.
Was it about the same size and location as where I might have stabbed someone in a dream?
Seems like it.
Are his hands or
Okay.
feet bound?
Hands and feet are not bound. No, they are loose.
Valsina,
stiff.
did you tell us that you did that? Because I think me and Rowan were
Opie
in.
knows.
Yeah, but me and Rowan and Zev don't know, right? That transpired.
Holfi would know. Valsina was up. You guys were still below, and I think you came up afterwards, and you saw the aftermath of everything. So,
I would have mentioned that I tried to save that kid with the dagger.
okay,
'Cause
so
I'm
you
kinda
told you
keeping a
told them.
secret, yeah, but after I did that, I was like, okay, this obviously isn't a secret anymore.
Yep.
All right, well, yeah. We need to tell the first mate. And... DMX.
There you go.
And Durga.
You are not allowed to laugh, Michael, because you did this.
Yep. Yep.
We
Also, Thick Carl. Yep.
need to tell Officer Zala.
Okay, that sounds like a great idea, other than the fact that I possess the murder weapon, which is not like a good look for me. Well, I could put that somewhere, maybe.
Okay. Why don't you do that and I'll go see if I can find someone.
Okay.
You go that way, I'll go this way.
You gotta adjust your threshold, Asher.
I know.
I'm still clipping a
I
little.
don't know how. I'm working on I'm just gonna get up on it.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
All right.
thanks.
So while Triskana does that, I'm gonna climb up the mast myself, and I'm gonna hide the dagger in one of the plant pots.
Okay. Yeah. So you go up there. Going to do a just do a sleight of hand check. See how well you hide it.
Thank you.
Just let me know what you get.
Oh my god. At least all these passive checks, I can give myself an advantage. 8 total. I rolled another terrible roll.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you take
I
the
rolled a
dagger
1.
and
This is great.
you rolled a 1. Okay.
I rolled a 1 for a total of 8, but I rolled a
Total
1.
of 8. Okay. Yeah, but I'd say so with your bonus and everything, you're not able to hide it real well. Looks like most of the pots up here are not that deep currently. But you do kind of just take the dagger and like stab it into one of the pots. Is that the hilt is kind of sticking out. But you have hidden it up here aboard the
yeah, this
mast.
is kind of a weird location, so I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna practice again. I'm gonna practice my cool descent. Okay, I'm gonna do a slide and like a jump. Oh wait, no, that's probably not very quiet. I think I'm supposed to try to be quiet about this. Never mind. I'm not gonna try a cool descent.
And I go below deck to where I remember Officer Zala's quarters being.
Okay.
And I guess I'm gonna wait with the body as a medical personnel.
I scoop eggs and potatoes.
I scoop eggs and potatoes.
I take said eggs and potatoes.
All right. So the three of you are in the mess hall. Valsina, you've gone back down to the main deck. So Triscana, you make your way down below decks, kind of down towards where your guys' room is. But you pass it, and on the left is the room where you remember DMX to be residing.
I'll call for him too. Like, I'm not trying to be quiet. Like, I'll call like, Officer Zala! Anybody?
What is it?
There's a man been hanged on the main deck.
Nobody saw this? You're the first to see?
I was up taking care of my plants on the top mast. I saw him hanging overboard.
He pulls on kind of like this overcoat really quickly, and just kind of dashes past you, makes his way up to the main decks.
I'll follow him up and
To the main deck.
point him the way.
Okay. He goes over there and he's like running over, and then as he gets closer, about halfway to the body, he kind of slows down and just you see his like shoulders just droop a little bit, hands kind of fall to his side. And he stops and just stares. He turns and goes, "It's Braga. Captain! Captain!"
He's one of yours?
Yes, he's a security officer aboard the ship.
I'm sorry.
He walks over and takes out like a knife and cuts the rope tied around his neck, and kind of just peels it off and tosses it aside. Any idea what happened? Does anybody know?
The only thing I could find is it looks like he was hung, but I don't know if that was the cause of death, and I'll kind of roll him onto his side so you can see the stab in the back of his back.
Do you point it out to him?
Yeah, I will. I'll
Yeah.
figure it out
You-
eventually.
Okay. Yeah, and he looks and he kind of like spreads the back a little bit just to take a closer look at the incision there, and then kind of looks at his neck. This is odd. Couldn't do. He was like, "We just had dinner last night. I don't know how or why this would happen."
Does he have a
Couldn't-
bunkmate?
Well, there's 5 of us in that room.
Did anyone see him leave?
We'll have to ask.
And if someone...
Can you do Valsina, can you do a perception check?
Yeah.
Or do a medicine check, actually.
Meanwhile, the investigator's slinging hash browns.
Well,
Even worse. 5.
We're all playing to our strengths today.
Okay.
Well, the problem is I haven't rolled higher than like a 5 yet today. That's my main problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That was a 2. I rolled a 2.
And he so as he's examining the body, he's kind of trying to move it a little. He's like, seems to be in a state of decay for someone that's only been dead, what, 12 hours?
It was underwater. I don't know if that could have sped it up.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, don't know.
You would see
I don't
more
work.
bloat.
Odd.
And if someone wanted this man murdered, why tie him to the ship? Why not just toss him overboard?
The captain, at this point, the captain comes over and gasps a little bit at what he sees. What happened here, Durgo? All my voices are the same. What happened here, Durgo? And Durgo goes, I don't know, but we need to find out. They kind of look at each other kind of warily. They raise their eyebrows at each other and look around at the ship uneasily. Do we have a killer aboard? I will proceed immediately with the investigation, Captain.
But right now, since luckily everyone's eating, I think us 4 here are the only people that know about this.
It's true.
Captain goes, do you say that?
Yeah, I'll say that.
You say that out loud. Captain goes, can't let the crew see this. We have to send the body overboard. We have to leave it behind. Can I get a hand?
Do you want to take off any? Does he have any like personal effects, like maybe a ring or a necklace or
Anything for his
probably the
family?
family to give back? Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. Durgo goes. He did have family back in Dervos, and he kind of opens up like the shirt, unbuttons it a little bit, and there's a necklace with a trinket kind of hanging there, and he kind of just yanks that off, kind of roughly, and takes it and stuffs it into his pocket.
All right.
Kept a
Do you
picture
guys-
of his family in that locket. We'll send it to him.
Was he religious at all? Do you want me to say anything or?
I think it's best we not waste any time. I
Okay.
think we need to send the body overboard. All right. So DMX, the captain, each grab a leg. Triscana, Valsina, you each grab an arm, and you lift up this body and swing it back and forth. 2, 3. The corpse goes flying, splash, into the water below, as the Salinor continues to sail, leaving the corpse of this dead security officer behind.
Do I see anything come up for the body?
No, it's just floating there.
I close my eyes and I say a little prayer, quietly to myself.
I'll say, you were fed by the ocean, and now you feed the ocean. Circle of life.
And with that, as you finish that prayer, you see the corpse suddenly get sucked beneath the waves and just disappears. Definitely seemed like an unnatural.
Okay, cool.
He returns to Asasera. But in such a manner.
Okay. So Dergo turns to the two of you, Triscana, Valsina. I will need your help in this investigation.
All right.
But how am I to trust that neither of you had anything to do with this?
Why would we have anything to do with this? We didn't know this man.
If I recall correctly, I believe you entered our room yesterday. Looks at you, Triscana.
That's true.
With that gnome friend of yours.
Yes. I'm sorry, we are very curious, but not murderers.
Turns to you, Valsina. And you.
I mean, we all.
Where were you last night?
Asleep. I was working on the still to make the medical supplies on the ship better. It's coming along. If you're curious, obviously this must have happened in the last few hours. So there's a good chance, since he was stabbed, whoever killed him might still have blood under their nails. It's usually pretty. I'm assuming it's pretty hard to wash clothing on a ship.
I don't think they do that here.
Yeah, so chances are someone got some blood on them, right?
Let me see your hands.
Okay. I will, and I mean, I was just touching this dead dude, but
He inspects your hands, both of them. Doesn't find any blood beneath the nails. Before I enlist you to help with this investigation, I need to search your rooms.
all right.
Okay.
To keep this under wraps, do you want to say I'm gonna do a physical for everyone on board? No one would be suspicious.
I think that's a
I
good
mean,
idea.
Something about scurvy. I don't know.
Allow me to check your room first, and then we can discuss that. I need your other friends to join me. You need to all be there when I do this. Don't want anybody saying I went through anything I shouldn't have.
Do you want me to go
Right.
get them, Captain?
Please.
Aye, aye. I head to the mess hall.
Okay. So Triscana, you head to the mess hall and you grab. Go ahead. You want to tell them what happened?
Yeah, I'll go to the kitchen first, where you two are slinging hash.
I'm using the spatula and I see a fly.
No, don't use it for that. People eat with that.
Oh, I know.
Protein.
The captain needs us in our quarters right away. It's no big deal, but we're being suspected of murder.
What? A murder? I see.
Is anyone in the kitchen right now? Besides
I said
them?
that loudly.
There's some people eating down there. Yeah, most of the crew is down here actually.
Is anyone in the kitchen where Holfi and Zeph
Oh,
are?
in the kitchen. Sorry, Holfi and Zeph are in there, and the cook Nira is in there as well.
Then I leave it at that.
Everything's fine, but one of the security officers. It seemed like he might have been murdered, and the captain wants to talk to us, just to clear us so we can help with the investigation. But
The
you
cook
There's
hears.
no way we're keeping this a secret now.
The cook has heard everything you're saying, and he's just keeping
Oh
his
my
head down. He's
God.
kind of muttering to himself, "You all are nothing but a curse on this vessel. Nothing but a curse."
That's fair. Okay. You go ahead, I'll grab Rowan.
We're gonna go not be a... You heard that, right? We'll be back.
Okay.
All right, and then I'll go to the main eating area and see if I can find Rowan.
Okay.
I like that. I think I'm the cause of most of the problems on this ship, but I'm also the only reason why we haven't gotten thrown in jail.
It's okay to be the problem if you're also the solution.
Yeah. All right.
right,
And
don't-
you do find, so Rowan, what are you doing? So Tristan
I'm
is looking for you.
sitting by the group of gnomes, and I'm just trying to make friends and eating.
Okay. And eating. So Triscana, you find her sitting there with Felix and Thick Carl.
So I lean down close and just whisper in Rowan's ear, but also kind of make like extended eye contact with Thick Carl, like,
Hey, we're needed in our quarters. The captain wants to question us. It's about a murder.
The worst.
Only been on we've
I
only been on the ship for 2 days.
I
You already
know.
killed somebody?
I said it really quiet though, like just in Rowan's ear.
Really quietly.
I'll say it a little quiet, but I did say what really loud.
Felix and Thick Carl like look a little startled at the what and go.
They speak
Felix,
English, you what?
What is it? What?
It's fine. We've got a bird in our quarters. I gotta get it out.
Doesn't look fine. Very well. Good having breakfast with you, Rowan.
Maybe I'll join you tomorrow.
See?
Thick Carl's like pulling some eggs up into his mouth with a fork, but he's like flexing his bicep while he's doing it, just unnaturally, just olive like tan skin, just glimmering. All right.
yeah, he is.
I give a look at Thick Car. I'm like, like Figaro. in Pinocchio.
Yeah, yeah.
So specific.
Do you
All
like
right.
that name? Okay.
So do you guys all make your way down to your room?
Back to our quarters.
Back to your quarters, I mean.
Yeah.
So there is DMX and the captain standing outside your quarters waiting for you. And as you approach, DMX opens up the door and says, "I need you all to stand here and just watch as I go through your room."
Can I take Squeakums at least? Or like, Squeakums, come here.
Squeakums runs out. He's dragging like one of the feathers on his feet as he's scuttling towards you and climbs up onto your shoulder. So DMX starts to kind of rifle through your things, looks under your hammocks and kind of looking through whatever bags you have. Starts to inspect the still that you've been starting to construct, Falsina.
Mhm.
Where did you get this?
I requisitioned some broken cooking utensils.
Captain goes, "Not exactly approved aboard the vessel, but suppose I can turn a blind eye to it."
I mean, it's for medical equipment, or
Keep things sterile, right?
So he, DMX, he kind of finishes going through the room. He doesn't really find much. And then he turns to you. "Now I will need the 5 of you. Spread your arms and legs, please. This is going to be a pat down.
Ooh.
Don't worry. Won't get handsy. Just need to make sure you don't have any weapons that might be similar to what killed."
I have my cooking knife that I was using.
"Why did you bring that down here with you?"
That was just bundled up in my apron.
He takes it from you and kind of just looks at it first, does a quick inspection of it, kind of sets it just on a ledge. Okay.
all I have is like the equivalent of a pocket knife and my quarterstaff. Those are the only weapons I have.
Yeah, Rowan's gonna start disarming herself. She's takes out one dagger and then another dagger and then her rapier and then her short bow and then like 20 quivers of arrows. She puts it all out.
Just Rambo.
Yeah, I'd take my dagger out and set it down.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a, like Valsine, I have a pocket knife and short bow, a longbow, which I never use.
So you guys are just like the movies where like the bad guys just like the good guys just endless mounds of weapons just falling out of your bodies. So DMX goes through one at a time and gives you guys a pat down. Holfi, when he gets to you, he's kind of patting down your jacket. In the pocket, he feels something soft. He reaches.
That one wasn't me.
Nicholas.
No. Let's explore this tender moment. It's okay.
Side pocket.
I know.
It's like a love cruise, damn.
Yeah.
I'm
He,
sorry, we're
reach-
like this.
He reaches into your jacket pocket, and pulls out that doll
Mhm.
that you found down. And he looks at it, and his eyes kind of go wide. Looks back at you. Where did you get this?
Curious thing, I don't think you'd believe me if I told you.
Ooh, excuse me.
It looks like me,
I know.
and it's creepy.
I know. Be
So
creepy
where
when I
did-
tell you where I found it.
Then tell me.
My pocket when I woke up this morning.
You're telling me that this just showed up in your pocket?
Well, after the dream that we had.
Well,
How do I put this? Had a strange dream last night. Heard a cry, a wail. Horrid dream.
But apparently, isn't that pretty common with this cabin? I heard like the last crew, the same thing happened. They had creepy dreams and like wrote on the ceiling and stuff.
I put that up to campfire tales and people trying to frighten one another, but then
I just assumed it's because we were seasick. That probably gave us bad dreams, right? I don't know.
that first night we woke up after hearing a screaming. Last night, we were in a town. And well,
We're gonna have a
while
group meeting
walking
after
through,
this.
I dreamt that I had seen that. Found it. Picked it up, took it with me. I was just curious at the likeness. When I woke up, there it was. I don't pretend to understand. I didn't know what to make of it, what to do with it. You're welcome to keep it if you wish. Just don't let it fall overboard.
He's telling the truth. I saw it too.
saw what?
We all shared a haunted vision last night.
He's looking somewhat concerned at this point. He's looking at the doll he's holding in his hand. Did anything else happen in this vision that you had?
A spirit
Saw
was
my
unleashed.
A what?
Oh, fuck.
He
Yeah,
saw
we're
his,
really gonna
Yeah, we're all like,
Crying of it's okay.
he saw his grandson.
And a dog.
Was that the spirit? You saw a spirit unleashed.
Yes.
We also fought some kind of fish polar bear thing. Relevant.
oh wow, we're just fucking going for it, huh, boys?
Oh, I think the fish polar bear thing was the least concerning thing out of everything we just said, alright?
Why'd we even start talking about a dream? Thanks, Holfi.
What do you expect me to say?
We didn't do anything wrong. We didn't ask to have these visions. It just happened.
With this, the captain and Durgo run out of the room, and they run down the hall past Durgo's, security officer quarters, and on the right is the door, Rowan, that was locked when you initially went there. I think the first day you were aboard the ship, and you guys kind of hear Durgo and the captain kind of whispering to each other. And Durgo, yeah, you can try. Yeah, gonna do a perception check.
It's kind of like
You know, you can
The same
you
thing.
can obscure the
Alright,
truth
yeah,
without
that's-
lying, right? You know, you don't have to tell everyone everything, right?
Wait, what? Sorry.
Oh, I got a 10.
A 10. Okay. So you can make out kind of a few. Yeah, you're able to make out a little bit of what they're saying. Something along the lines of, "He is still in there, Captain. He might still be in there. I have no sounds. No sounds though. Right, check. All right. And with that, you see Durgo's hand kind of reach out and grab the handle of the door and just give it like a soft turn, like a little jiggle. Looks like he's testing to see. And the door doesn't open. Captain nods his head. You hear, Rowan, you hear, it's a good sign. It's a good sign.
I go
Maybe.
back in line with everybody else.
Okay.
Where did they go?
They went to go check that locked door that we looked at earlier, yesterday. And they're checking to see if it's still locked. I think they might be... I say this quietly. I think they might be concerned that whatever's in there got out. But then they checked it and I think they think that the thing didn't get out.
The Suma?
Well, this is a different door, right? This is the
Yeah.
one that was. This is not the same one that was on that I went to, right? Or is this the same one I went to?
This is a different door. Your door with the
This is-
Suma was 2 decks, I think 2 decks below you guys.
Yeah.
This door is right on your floor, right on your deck. At this point, the captain kind of walks briskly by your door. It makes his way up to the deck, up the ladder. A few moments later, he returns and he walks back past your door, back to the door that's locked, inserts a key into the handle, turns, nods to Durgo, and then unlocks the door, opens it, turns the handle, opens it just a crack, just enough for him to kind of, Rowan, you're the only one that sees this, opens it just a crack and just kind of side saddles his way in there and then shuts the door behind him. You hear a click.
And then he unlocked the door.
Thud. And with that, the door opens back up another, hair, and the captain comes back out, side saddling his way out, closes it, and locks it. He whispers to Durgo again. I'm going to do a perception check.
12.
Same from what I can see. And they come back down the hall. Durgo goes, I believe what you saw was nothing but a dream. There are stories of shared visions and dreams that people may have aboard the Siren Ocean. I suggest you keep that story to yourself. You need not spook the rest of the crew. Is that understood?
Of course.
Yeah.
And with that, we will have to find out who killed Braga. As for this, and he pulls out the doll that he took from you, Holfi, I will be keeping this. And it's really weird that you have it.
What? I had no idea what to do with it. If I came up to you and said, here you go, it would be a bit more creepy. I don't know.
You should be grateful he didn't dispose of it.
Again, I woke up and that thing was there. No explanation. The door was closed the entire time we slept, as far as we know.
Go and do a perception check, Holfi.
It's 19.
Okay. In Durgo's face, you get a sense of familiarity. He's handling this doll like maybe he's seen something like it before. He stuffs it into his pocket and walks out back up to the main deck, leaving the 5 of you to your tasked duties of trying to figure out what happened to Braga. We'll take a quick, like, 5-minute breather here.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna grab some more water.
In character and out, yeah.
Okay. Yep.
All right, be right back.
All right. So you guys are currently in your quarters. Dargo and the captain have made their way back up to the main deck. You have basically been tasked with maybe trying to figure out what happened to Braga, the security officer that was killed.
All of us collectively, or?
Well, specifically Triscana and Valsina, but you guys are now off duty from the mess hall. You could help if you wanted.
Are we all together and in our quarters alone?
Yes.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on?
The echo.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Usually it's at least a week before I'm suspected of some kind of crime.
You guys know you don't have to tell them literally everything, right?
I didn't say everything. I just told the truth.
Yeah, we may as well just told him that Valsina stabbed him in the back in her dream.
I did not say that Valsina stabbed him. Also, Valsina, you stabbed that man, right?
Yeah, in a dream, and it wasn't even the right man.
I shut the door. I think what lie could I possibly have said that would have been a more comforting explanation of why I had a doll?
It would have been worse if we said like, "Oh, I made it. I'm a big fan of your work." Like it's no.
Yeah, you could have made it a sex thing. It would have been fine.
It would not have been fine.
The obvious thing would have been somebody slipped it in your pocket while you're sleeping. You have no idea where it came from or who
I mean,
did.
that's kind of what happened.
But sometimes,
And then you just kept talking.
if you want them to believe you when you have to lie, it's sometimes pay to have a reputation for telling the truth, especially when it's something that so far seems relatively harmless.
I think that only works if you hide some of the truth that might come back.
Indeed, I said that I saw my grand, and that was it. But we apparently unearthed the spirit.
Are you?
So,
Okay,
so
so on
what's
the
the story
plus side,
now? Was
right?
the man murdered? Is that what's going on now?
Yeah, we found a man murdered and thrown over the edge. That was hung and stabbed in the back, and it looks like he'd been dead for a while, even though he was alive last night.
Wait,
so
what?
I've arranged it so that I'm going to conduct a physical on everyone on the boat to check for scurvy, because as far as I know, because I think only us, Durgo, and the captain know that someone's been murdered.
You should also know that there's possibly a chance you may really need to check people for scurvy soon.
Why?
Why?
Well, keep this on the hush-hush, but a lot of the food has spoiled. It's only 2 days out.
What?
And a lot of the food has
Didn't you
spoiled.
say that body was decayed rapidly too?
Yes, it looked like it'd been a week or two old, but they saw him alive last night.
Is it something peculiar to the Siren Ocean? Peculiar to the
Something's
ship.
wrong here.
Yeah, Mike,
What is
I've never
behind
seen
that?
that before, right?
What's that?
I've never seen a rapidly, like a dead body like that, right?
Decaying that quickly?
Yeah.
No. Seems unique. Yeah. Seems off.
It seems like things that were living but now are not decay quickly here.
Is that what happened to our food?
That's my guess.
Cook said that we were a curse.
We're the curse?
I think that
They made us come here.
yes.
And
Did he
time
say
is.
we, or did he like we? Because I think I've done a pretty good job.
I think he meant us collectively.
I'm not saying it's accurate. I'm only saying that the mindset of the crew wants a scapegoat and hell-bent against us.
The time does seem strange, though. I mean, that dream we shared last night. It seemed like it took place in a city that was hundreds of years old, and yet Officer Zala was in it, and he can't be more than 80, I don't think. Dragonborns don't live that long, I don't believe.
Maybe it was a relative? Maybe it wasn't him? Maybe it was his ancestor?
He and the boy kept switching places. It was strange.
Yeah, it was.
So if we ever go back to this weird dream world, we might not want to try to kill anything. Because we might end up killing more things.
Or kill everything.
I guess guess it would be a good tactic to take over the
Okay,
ship.
but what if we accidentally like stab everyone that knows how to sail a ship, and then we're just on this ship with no one to drive it?
I
I'm
know
pretty
how
sure
to
there's
sail
like
a
a
ship.
Star Trek: The Next Generation episode about that.
Well, barge.
You're gonna have to train us very. You're gonna have to train me very fast then.
I'm not sure I can lift some of those ropes.
But
Yeah, you're pretty.
when you
I'm
stabbed
not
him
sure
last night,
anyone can lift some of those ropes.
Falsina, the person you stabbed last night, did it look like the dead man this morning?
Did it?
Say it again. What was the question?
The person she stabbed last
was
night,
afraid something.
did it look like
Yeah.
the dead body this morning? Did it look like the same person?
No.
The only connecting thread was Durgo was involved, was beating up that kid, and the other person was in the same room as Durgo last night.
But if they don't match, that means we could go into another vision and accidentally kill one another.
The thing that we saw, its shape changed. My grandson's not that old yet. Turned into him. Became that dog. Who's that Astra?
She's been dead 6 years. No, 4.
Do you know her?
Yes.
Who was she?
She was my lover. We were going to be wed.
Sorry.
It's haunting.
Yeah, that sounds pretty haunting.
Grab onto my raven feather around my neck.
What is that you clutch?
Odd memory. Leave it to that. You get up and just walk out of the room.
Well, aside from losing a hand, I feel like I got out of this pretty clean.
None of those nightmares were for you, I guess. The hand was not great, though.
Yeah, but with your track record, it would probably could have gone a lot worse.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna go set up a room for these exams.
So what, are you trying to find the real killer?
Speaking of which, Falsina,
I can also genuinely check everyone for scurvy, though.
what did you do with the dagger?
I don't know if it's better for you to know or not, because then you might give it away by knowing the location. Not that I don't trust you, but like, how good are you at lying?
She's the chatterbox.
I'm not.
We can give you advice if you hit it in a good spot or not.
I can tell you didn't because
Yeah,
you
no,
didn't
that's a good point.
say...
I'm not the best at hiding.
You didn't say, I threw it over the edge of the fucking boat, so no, it's probably not in the best hiding spot. So, just...
Okay,
Just
so I put
suggestion.
it up in the plants. It's in the plants.
That's the worst place you could have put it.
Why? No one
It's
else goes up there.
associated with us.
It's the best place if you
Yeah,
want to
okay,
peg
I
me
didn't
for a
have any
murder I didn't commit.
options.
Rogue.
We both go up there. I would have taken the fall for it if it was found.
All right.
They
chuck
know
it
it's my
overboard.
plants.
Wasn't it magical? Do we not want to chuck it
Yeah,
overboard?
I feel like chucking it overboard.
Not
would
worth
just-
it.
At this point, you guys hear a commotion up above decks. You hear kind of voices, and you hear kind of looks like a gurgling sound or like a throated.
Shit. Okay, let's head upstairs.
That sounds to me like we should stay downstairs.
It might be another Pertlap or Mertlap or whatever the heck.
Merlap.
Perlad.
Alright,
I
well,
love
Yeah.
their essence.
I'll go up then, since they can't double infect me, right?
Okay. Yeah. Once you have the COVID, you
I
can
want
get it again, right?
to talk
Um,
about this again later, okay?
Yep, definitely.
Okay.
grabbing all my weapons from the table.
Me
and
too.
then I'll head.
Okay. Grabbing all your weapons.
Actually, fuck it,
So
I'll
you
leave
got-
them. I don't use
you're
them.
all So you all make your way up there. And what you see when you get to the top deck is you see several crew, looks like maybe half a dozen, are all kind of leaning over the side of the rails, vomiting their brains out.
Oh no.
A couple of them are kind of like sitting on the ground, clutching at their stomach, back against the rail, looking like they're doubled over in pain.
Okay, wow, we're gonna need to start way earlier on that examination than I thought. All right.
This might be a food thing. And give him a day. Yeah.
Suddenly you hear a loud thud, and you feel the ship kind of lean to the side as a large force hits it from the side, pushes the ship. Captain runs out of his quarters, looks over at all the people vomiting over the side of the ship, and then looks over the side of the ship where the sound came from. He goes, "Guys, we have a problem." And everybody roll initiative.
Oh shit! Why?
As
Which
you
problem?
see a giant shark leap up out of the ocean water and then back into the ocean. And in the shark's mouth, you see what looks like a piece of clothing. Looks familiar. It looks like it's maybe the pants leg from the corpse that you threw overboard.
Can't let the crew see this. Oh no.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
I'm gonna say it. God damn it!
Sorry, you go ahead, baby.
Oh, it's over. You've ruined it.
I
You've taken
know.
All right,
Real life.
everybody, let me know what you get.
it. 14.
Most of the crew at this point is sick.
Okay,
All
I
right.
got a 6.
Zeph
also got a
14.
6. You can go first. I
Okay.
guarantee your dex is higher.
A fucking shark ate me!
8.
8. All right, and then
I got a 17.
Something.
and you got a 17. All right.
Ooh, combat music.
And what is it?
I didn't think we need combat music
shark.
again.
The baby shark.
The Baby Shark remix.
Okay.
Do.
Do that metal remix.
Is there a baby shark combat music?
I got everyone. So the captain turns to Durgo and says, "Order, get these crewmen below decks. The ones that aren't feeling well, bring them down." And it's pretty much all of them. They're all kind of vomiting over the side
It
of the
was
ship
6.
right now.
You said half a dozen.
There's more now. They're all sick. Mostly people ate the breakfast this morning.
Sorry,
All
I'll
right.
change it. I'm sorry.
All right.
You gotta get to the verse.
So first person
We
that's
gotta get
up,
through this.
first person up is Valsina.
Okay.
Oh, this is a metal version of Baby Shark. All right.
That's what I said. Alright.
I
Okay.
am not
Alright.
situated for range at all. I'm kind of a one-trick pony. So I guess I'm gonna start this off with. Sorry, how far away is the shark? I guess I should clarify that first.
So the shark is how far down did I say the water was? About 20 feet down. Is that right?
20 or 30, depending on what part of the ship you're on, I think.
Sure. Yeah. So 20 to 30. And if you're at the edge, so it's right at it's down at the side right next to the ship. Zooming around,
great.
it's banging into the side of the ship. Yeah.
I am going to cast Moonbeam directly on top of it.
Okay.
So it will need to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh god, my spell DC. Shit.
Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Okay. What's the DC?
13.
Okay. It succeeded. It passed.
Okay, so it's gonna take half of this damage.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I rolled 5 damage, so it takes a whole 2 damage, and I'm really crushing it there.
It took 2 damage.
Yeah,
No.
2 damage
Oh.
total.
Okay.
And then I am going to shapeshift into what do I want to be today.
A shark.
I can't do that until next level. Sad. I would though. I'd do shark for a shark battle. I guess let's be a dire wolf today. Yeah, I'm a dire wolf now. Ooh. And that's my turn.
Okay. All right, and then Zeph is up.
Ooh, Zeph. Let's see here. guess. Does this shark have any weapons?
It has teeth and a mouth,
Would we consider?
from what you can
those-
see.
Is it a dummy thick shark?
Okay, all right. So it's probably not worth.
No
that.
weapons. No
No
weapons.
weapons. Okay.
Yeah.
So technically, no weapons. Okay. I will. This shark is. Where's the shark in relation to us now?
So I'll say you're on the main deck. The shark is on the starboard side of the deck.
Oh, it's on the deck. It's like the
No,
shark.
it's in the water, off the starboard side of the deck, like
why don't
right
we-
next to the ship, about
why are
20 feet down from you.
Why are we fighting something that's not able to attack us imminently?
It keeps banging against the side of the ship,
Okay.
and from what you can see, the distance it jumped in the air, it looks like it might be able to make its way aboard the ship. How high it can jump.
It's fucking Jaws, dude. Don't fuck around.
But then wouldn't it be? Okay. All right. Fine.
Nom,
We all
nom,
sit
nom.
back below decks.
Wouldn't it be what? Good. What's the question, Megan?
No. I'm good.
Okay, that's fine.
And he's partially out of the water right now, right?
Right this moment, he's still in the water.
So he is not above the surface of the water at all.
He's at the surface of the water. You can see him. Sorry.
I'm not worried about seeing him. Okay. I will cast.
Just ask, what's the question? What are you thinking? What
Well, I was
just...
thinking about Hellish Rebuke, which casts flames all around him.
Mhm.
But if it's in the water, if he's completely in the water, is that actually going to have an effect? So if he's completely under the water, I imagine it wouldn't do anything. If he's any portion of him is above the water, then that
There's
might.
a very small portion of him above water right now, but he is mostly surrounded by water.
Right. So okay.
I would say, so you don't have to waste a turn by casting anything with like fire.
Yeah.
Probably
I'm gonna-
won't work.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
hold that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to get at. Okay. All right. So I will cast Eldritch Blast at his snout,
Yeah, you
Okay.
will.
Yeah.
and that is 19 to hit.
That hits.
Indeed, it does, and it will be 8 points of force damage.
Okay. 8 damage.
Yeah.
All right.
And I have a bonus, right? So we'll do. This is so silly. Can my tentacle of the deeps hang out in the water? I assume so.
What's up?
My tentacle of the deep. Yeah. Okay. I will cast Tentacle of the Deep.
Okay.
Or deeps. I will summon him down by our sharky friend in the water next to the
Oh.
shark.
Yeah, I imagine
Okay.
he's like spirit guardians, kind of. So
I mean, well, he's a tentacle. I mean, you think he'd be
Yes.
more at home at water anyway, right?
Of the deep, so it should be able to
yeah, yeah.
Of
be
the
in
deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
think he's in his element now, as opposed to the bullshit we've had him do so far. So he will take a swing at our sharky friend. 9 to hit.
That misses, unfortunately,
Yeah, of course.
as the waves kind of makes it difficult for it to.
Yeah, he's yeah. Okay. That'll be my turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna say, since you were able to cast Eldritch Blast and do the tentacle, whatever it is, that you're kind of near the edge of the ship, looking down at the shark.
Yeah, we'll say that was my movement to get there. That's
Yeah.
probably fair.
Yep. Valsina, same with you. You're kind of at the edge because you're able to look down as well. Can you guys give me Triskana, Rowan, Hofi? Give me a concept perception of where you are in the ship. So remember, the ship's about 100 feet long, maybe about 20 feet wide. Yeah, 20 feet wide. 20, 30.
Sure, fuck it. I'll be at the 4,
Okay.
near the railing. You know, within
Okay.
chompy chomp range.
Mm-hmm.
Starboard railing.
Starboard railing. Okay. Okay, so you're all there. You're all basically at the railing. What about you, Rowan?
I'm by the railing, but trying to stay far away enough from the puking crowd.
Okay. Yep. So at this point, Durgo's kind of just picking up all these sailors that are vomiting all over the ship and carrying them down below. It is the shark's turn, and you see him kind of just swim briefly away from the ship and make a sharp U-turn, and he jumps up in the air and tries to land on top of the ship, landing basically between all of you. As he lands here, turns to you, Zeph, because you just tried to smack him with that tentacle, and also cast Eldritch Blast on him. He's going to take a chomp at you with his massive jaws as they open up in front of your face, and he bites down.
Oh, what is that?
11.
Meats.
It meets. Okay. So nine points of damage.
Fuck me.
And as it chomps down on you, it's currently. I need you to do a either an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Athletics. 8.
Okay.
Wait, it didn't add. So wait, hang on. When you have proficiency, it adds 2 to that.
It should. If you did it in D&D Beyond, it should have done
It's
it.
not. So it's giving me my bonus, but it's not giving me a +2 on top of that. So then my bonus is +1, and then +2 for proficiency, so that'd be a 10.
Okay. So it's still not enough.
Yeah.
It is weird that's not doing it for you, but okay. So it's not enough. So he kind of bites down on you, and he's holding on to you. So you're currently grappled. And you can repeat the check on your next turn if you want to try to break free. Okay. All right. So that is where we are there. Holfie is up.
Okay. I get a sense of how intelligent this thing is.
It seems like, looking in his eyes, seems like maybe a little more intelligent than most other fish.
Okay. I'm going to, knowing that he'd probably get the joke, then I'll cast Tasha's hideous laughter.
Sure. Yep.
All right. And so he has to beat a DC 13 Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Okay.
Like that. Why do sharks live in salt water? Because pepper water makes them sneeze.
Jesus Christ.
I know. I'm sorry. I just looked it up.
You see.
I throw myself overboard.
It was DC 13, right?
TPK. Just we all quit.
I don't know. Maybe he took half my hit points in one bite. So
So he failed, and you
Okay.
kind of see like the corners of the sharks as he's chomping down on Zeph. Like he doesn't like the joke. They just kind of like curl down in a frown, a little shark frown. All right,
Wait, he failed?
he failed.
Yeah. So okay. So cool. So yeah, the shark finds everything funny and falls into fits of laughter.
Oh, it's the opposite.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
sorry, yeah.
So the shark, although it doesn't really necessarily make sense, the shark falls prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration.
Okay.
if he's in
Yeah.
a fit of laughter, did I fall out of his mouth?
Yes, yeah, I would say so. He's laughing, so jaw opens. You kind of tumble out of his mouth.
I need
Over
your
his
best
sharp
shark
teeth.
laugh, DM.
Yeah, yeah.
Me too. That was worth the price of admission.
Fucking worth it.
Yeah,
Never seen a shark laugh before. It's
I
creepy.
know.
And I
Alright.
I
It's
scuttle
hideous.
away with whatever movement I have, I guess, if I have any at all.
Okay. Holfie, anything else you want to do?
That I'm going to step away from him for a bit.
Okay.
Love it.
So that would invoke attack of opportunity if you're next to him. We have no map
Oh,
here.
you're right. Okay, well, no, he's incapacitated.
You're right.
So
You're right.
Yeah.
Did you do any damage on that either? How much was it?
No, it does not do any damage. He's just incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
So
Okay.
it'll last for 1 second, up to 1 minute with concentration.
Okay.
At the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, it can make another Wisdom save.
When it takes damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
If it's triggered
Okay.
by damage, it has if it's damage, it has advantage on the save.
Okay. All right. So then, Rowan, you're up. Rowan or Triskana, whichever.
I think she's got higher deck, so please go ahead.
Okay. I am going to Am I close enough to use my rapier, or do I have to take an action to move?
I would say you all, because you're all right at the rail. He landed right next to you, and this is a large creature. I'd say you're all within melee range currently.
Okay, so I take my rapier and I just try to stab him.
Okay.
That's fine.
So 15.
15. That is a hit.
Alright. Wait, I'm still doing these still. That's a 6. Or sorry, 6. 9.
9 damage. All right. As you slice into this creature, into this shark with your rapier, some of the the blubber kind of splitting where your rapier goes through. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Yes, I'm going to.
He took damage, right? So he has to do a wisdom save.
Yeah, you can do a wisdom save with advantage because it was triggered by damage.
Let's do 2 at once. All right. So he succeeded on that. It was like a DC 13, right? So yeah.
1 second. Let me see. Yeah, 13.
Yeah. So he's no longer incapacitated, right?
He's still prone.
Okay.
For a shark that was like otherwise was standing up.
You would say he was laughing so hard, like he kind of rolled onto his side
He's
with his like,
on his dorsal.
Yeah.
Laying on his fin.
Yeah.
That's a fin slapper.
Can I do attack of opportunity if it's only if he's engaged with somebody else, so I don't.
Only if he moves outside of your attack range, which he hasn't.
Oh, sorry. I meant
sneak attack.
I meant
oh, because he was incapacitated. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
prone, so that would have been actually you would have had advantage on the attack because he was prone technically.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
The other one is fine. All right, so this is. So he takes an additional 9 damage with a sneak attack.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So he's looking pretty hurt. Still rolling around on the
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage.
Okay. All right. As you kind of back away from it.
Yeah.
All right, Triscana.
All right, Trike will fumble in her component pouch for a piece of cured shark hide and hold it up and try and cast Hold Person. So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. What's the DC?
13.
Failed.
All right, so he is paralyzed.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
how long?
He can make let's see. He can try and make another saving throw at the end of all of his turns.
Okay. So
but
just indefinitely until.
for a minute, yeah.
Okay.
So in the meantime, for all y'all, paralyzed means attack rolls have advantage, and if any creature is within 5 feet and hits, it's a crit.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right. And she will just like hold the hide up in the air and focus, but that'll be her turn.
Okay. All right. And then we are back to Valstina.
Okay, so it's advantage to hit, and it becomes a crit, right?
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
within 5 feet, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I guess that's not what I was gonna do, but that sounds pretty solid for what I'm going to do. What is...
You have to hit though.
Yeah, wait, why not toggle advantage for this? Oh, here we go. 2d20s, 1 and a 15, so 16 plus some modifier. I'm assuming that hits, right?
Yes, that hits. Yeah.
16 plus. Okay, and then I do. Normally I do 2d6 plus 3, so it's going to be 46 plus 3.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, that's not a bad roll. So 16 plus 3, 19 piercing damage.
Okay.
And it's already prone, right?
It is prone. It's still on its side. Not laughing anymore, but.
It's not funny.
So funny, guys.
Yeah, so the only other thing I could do is not get prone again. And I guess it's paralyzed, so I can move around whatever. I'm gonna like circle back a little bit, and I'm gonna put myself in between all like crew members that are like very sick, since I'm like a large creature, and like the shark.
Okay.
I kind of crouch down and growl.
Okay. All right, Zeph is up.
All right, so I guess I kind of got spit out of his mouth, so I guess I'm kind of near him, right?
You're prone right now because you rolled out of his mouth onto the ground.
Okay.
But you can use your movement to get up, basically. That's how it works, right? Or half your movement to get up.
Yeah, half to get up, and
movement,
then you have half your movement.
All right, I'll get up, and then I'll stay next to him, but I'll slide back away from his mouth.
Okay.
And put some distance away from his mouth as much as I can, and then I will. Let's say, I guess I'm probably about at his belly at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I am just gonna cast.
I would say actually you're like facing his face because you
Facing
rolled out of
his
his.
face?
Yeah, you rolled out of his mouth and yeah, you just backed away from him. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm still within 5 feet though. I'm maintaining that distance.
You just
So
took a step back, all right?
yeah. So and I'll just Eldritch blast him in the face.
Yeah, you
Okay.
will.
All right. That's cool.
And
Whip
it's
it.
a
Oh.
dirty 20, but I get an advantage, so I guess I can go. I can may as well give another shot. Why not? Right? All right, we'll keep.
If it hits, it
20.
crits no matter what you said, right? So,
Yeah. So it's a dirty 20. Yeah. Okay. So then so I double my damage dice for that.
Yep.
Okay.
And then add your modifier. Yeah.
All right. No modifier on this one. So fuck you. 1 plus 2.
Oh, that's all right.
It could have been 20.
Yeah.
So how much total?
3 points of.
3 points of damage. All right. As you Eldritch
14.
blast its face, it kind of just hits its teeth, and you just see like a few of its sharp teeth kind of crack a little bit. A little damage. Yeah.
Critted his teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
Motherfucker needs braces. All right. Anything else you want to do?
Let's see here. I want to. So is he 30 feet away from, or less than where he came from the water?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
He's less than 30 feet. Okay.
Well,
So
the ship's been moving. He's 30 feet above the water,
Yeah.
but the location where he exited the water is probably more than 30 feet away.
okay. So I'll wave bye to Tentacle because I can't move him now.
Wouldn't
Back
he
within
follow
range.
you automatically?
Would he? I don't know how much free will he has.
Like, general relativity a thing or no?
That's a new one.
I don't think.
Like,
I-
if you commanded him to be 30 feet away from you, wouldn't he try and stay 30 feet away from you in that location? I guess
The
it's
only thing-
Mike's call?
The only thing I do is tell him where to be. He'll hang out for a minute until I either make another one, which I don't want to do. But that's pretty much like he stays there until I move him again.
But you can control his movement, so maybe you would have been low-key being like, I don't know.
What's
I spent my
So
actions
you-
on other shit.
so you summon this thing in one spot, right? Like it
Yeah.
can't move, right?
No, it stays there. Yeah, it's not like it gets rolls initiative and is part of the.
Yeah.
He's just I can only use him as my bonus action, so he stays where I put him until I move him. Use my bonus action to move him again.
It is
What are
a
you saying,
bonus
Ash?
action to move him, though.
It is a bonus action to move him, but if we're further than 30 feet away, I mean, I guess I can. If the boat is moved more than 30 feet, it's going to take me 2 or 3 turns to get him back up from the boat, so it's not even worth it.
I would interpret that as if he didn't use his bonus action on anything else his turn, then I would say it's fair to keep Tenty moving.
Yes, but if we're too far, what's the point though? If he's beyond 30 feet, I'm going to be having to play catch up the entire time. And now I got to have Mike say, really, how far away have we drifted from that point?
Just smack the first marlin you see.
Yeah. You are more than 30 feet away from the tentacles. And point being, it's when it's more than that, you can only move it up to 30 feet at a time.
Yeah, I
Is
can
that
only
right?
move 30 feet at a time, exactly.
Okay. I'll say you are 30 feet away from the tentacles.
Okay, so
You're just at the edge. It's moving. Or we're still on your turn, right? So,
yeah.
so I would say the ship right
turn has
now,
gone by,
it's
though.
moving about 30 feet per round of people.
Oh, aren't you
So-
generous? All right, so I'll have the probably can't quite get within the range of the shark, but I'll have him move up and hop back up on the deck.
Okay.
He's more than he can only attack within 5 feet of his radius, so Actually, sorry, he can attack within 10 feet. So I guess, yeah, he's a big ass 10-foot tentacle. So I guess if he's on the deck, he can take a swing.
Sure.
When I move him, he can make an attack. So
That's fine. Yeah, go ahead. Or you have to do that
7.
in your neck. 7.
But does he
Misses, unfortunately.
Well, does he get a? He's within
yeah.
5.
Advantage? Yeah, do advantage.
Yeah. I mean, everything has advantage because the thing's paralyzed, so yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so that's 21 to hit.
Nice.
That hits. Yep.
But it's not going to be a crit because he's too far away. So he will 7 plus 3, 10 cold damage.
Cold damage.
From Tenty.
All right. Yeah, as the tentacle of Tenty smacks down on it. Whoosh, rips it with this cold whip. Whoosh.
It's like a slap on the side of a wet shark.
Yeah. All right. So then the shark is up. So the shark is what? Incapacitated? Is that right?
No longer incapacitated from me, but paralyzed from Triscana.
And he can't do anything, right? So he has to make a wisdom saving throw? Is that right, Triscana?
Yeah, at the end of his turn, so he can't do anything, but he can go ahead and try and fight it now.
That's pretty much it. All right, so he's gonna make his wisdom saving throw as he tries to shake off this paralysis. And what's the DC? Sorry.
13.
13. He succeeds. So he's no longer paralyzed. But that's the end of his turn, so can't do anything. And it is now Hopi's turn.
Okay. He's still prone though, right?
Yes.
It was at the end of the turns. Okay, so the attack should still
one
have
flip,
advantage
one
on
fin
it.
up in the air. Yeah.
All right, so I will use my rapier to try to attack.
Okay.
That's wait. Okay. 13.
Misses, unfortunately.
Yep.
You swing at it with your rapier, and you just kind of pet the shark with the rapier a little bit.
Yep.
was
For my
very
bonus
close.
action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Rowan.
Okay.
So you get. Yep, you get an additional D6.
All right.
It's not wasted.
Speak of the devil, Rowan is up.
Okay. I'm gonna do another sneak attack, but first I'm gonna dash because I disengaged, so I'm using my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
And then, do I need to? Does it
Well,
affect
dashing is doubling your movement. Doesn't how far you ran away. I don't think you would need to.
Mike, do I need to use dash?
No, ship's only like 20 feet wide. I don't think you went that far away. It's not like you ran to the other side. If you're just moving back to it to melee attack, you're good. Just use your movement.
Oh, cool. So I'm gonna do another sneak attack with my rapier.
Okay.
18.
That hits.
And you have advantage still if you want to try to go for a 20. Because he's prone still.
No, that's bad.
Yeah, good.
So that's 7. And then an additional 3. And then what was the inspiration? Sorry.
You have a D6 you can use as one as you want to.
Okay. And then a 5.
6 and a 5, so 11 damage. Is that right? All right.
And then I'm gonna stab him with my dagger as well as my bonus action.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I don't think. I'm sorry. You can't use it on damage. You can use it on attack rolls. So you can't get it on the attack roll, not the damage.
Okay, so it's only
Sorry. So 7.
7.
Okay. 7, the initial one. Okay.
But I said other stuff before that, so it was 3 and then it was 7. So that's
Okay.
10 total.
So 10. Yep, got it. Okay. So instead of 11. Yep.
Sorry, how many tickles?
10.
10 tickles?
And then the dagger misses. I rolled a 2.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately that misses. That was with advantage because of the prone.
Do I get advantage on that one? I guess so. 'Cause
It's
he's
prone, right? Yeah.
I don't get the extra 5, so 10. It doesn't.
Okay, yeah, still misses, unfortunately. You get one good hit with the first one.
Concentration.
You try to
Is that it?
You can use the bardic inspiration for that attack roll.
Okay.
To give yourself another d6 to try to hit. Sorry.
All that shit.
Just roll a d6.
I'm trying, man.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Okay, so the dagger is just 1 damage.
1d6. Yeah.
1d4 per dagger.
Yeah, go ahead,
you got it. So you rolled a 1d6 to add to your attack roll that you missed on.
Oh my gosh, I'm just getting confused because I thought
It's
it was...
okay.
This one.
Got it. Sorry.
It's all right. Just so you
Plus
understand, you did an attack roll. You got a 10, so it missed, but you can use your bardic inspiration to add to it. What'd you get?
I got a 14 total.
Total, yeah. So that hits with your dagger. Yep.
And then I got 3.
All right.
Plus
Yeah.
3. Or no, plus
No,
3
no,
modified.
plus,
Yep, sorry.
I got
This shark is looking really hurt. It's looking like a tic-tac-toe game with all these slices across it. Bad.
that.
Yeah.
And I
looking
just
very
yelled,
hurt.
"We're having sushi tonight."
And you see some of the sailors like look over, green-faced. Oh. Think about food. All right, is that all you want to do?
I mean, none
Is
of
that
that
your
got
turn?
on my fur.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Triscana, you're up.
All right, it's still prone.
Yes, it is still prone.
All right, I will get the spine of an electric eel out of my component pouch and hold it up. And you see like blue crackling energy start to like glance out at it. I'll try and cast Witch Bolt on it.
Why do you have that?
I use one of my important rolls to make one of these rolls at 12, but then I'll also roll with advantage on a second roll just to see if I can get a crit. I
You
cannot.
see a lady pull an eel out of her purse. Yeah.
All right.
An eel's fine. Excuse you.
Oh, eel's no.
All right, so 21
no,
to hit.
it's fine. It's fine.
Which is fine. Okay, I thought it was like a.
Which is an eel skeleton, right? Maybe just
Yeah.
I don't know.
They have little flippers. I don't know if they're bones. Well, they don't have bones. It's all cartilage, right?
4 points of lightning damage.
Rib cage.
We didn't hear your
We'll figure it out.
attack.
So it hit, and you 4 points of lightning damage as this lightning rains down on the shark in front of you. So 4 points. Okay.
Yeah, and Witch Bolt is sustained too, so you'll see that crackling energy like just stay connected to it for now.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Cool. Anything else you want to do?
No, I'll just, it's concentration, so I just focus on like trying to keep that blue crackling bolt connected to the shark until he's dead.
Going. Got it. Okay. So Valsina is up.
All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my action to bring that moonbeam back towards me, because I'm gonna move it up 60 feet and center it on top of the shark again.
Okay.
So it's gonna need to make another con save.
Con save. And what was the DC?
13.
It succeeds.
Okay, so it takes half damage. It takes 5 radiant damage.
Okay.
If a moonbeam takes out the shark, it's gonna be really annoying.
Shark succeeds.
As this energy rains down from above.
I know
It's crackling with the electricity, the lightning damage that Triscana did as your moonbeam energy rains down on it. You guys look to Durgo and the rest of the crew that's sick. You look like sorcerers, right? You bring down all this energy on this one
Imagery of
shark.
a giant wolf summoning the
Yeah.
moon. Get
Yeah.
wrecked.
Yeah, it's a sight to behold.
Your own T-shirt.
I need
All
2
right.
backup guys. Okay, who knows polymorph? Let's go.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
Backup regular wolves. No, I'm done. That's my turn.
Okay. Zepha's up.
Unless I can help, like, shove more people down the steps.
Yeah.
Like, oh, get away from the railing. No, come on. Hold on to my fur.
Yeah, the cool new shit I have doesn't really help because he doesn't have any weapons. So I will cast Eldritch Blast.
Fuck yeah.
Right into this motherfucker's face again. Just a whammo. Ah, fuck me. Wait, do we get? Is he still prone? So we get advantage, right?
Still prone. Yeah.
All right. Thank goodness. Okay, 16 to hit.
That hits.
All right. 1d10 for Eldritch. 7 points of force damage to the shark's face.
Oh man, he is really, really looking hurt.
All right.
You can obliterate his face a little bit as some of the cartilage and skin pulls back from the face of the shark.
Nice.
You
So
see
my-
bits of clothing fall out of his throat from where he had eaten the corpse that you threw over.
Nice. For my bonus action, my friend Mr. Tentacle will take a swing as well.
Okay.
He gets advantage, thank goodness. Yay! Natural 20 for
Yeah. All right.
MVP.
I can just ask now. How do you want to do this?
Really? So how many was it?
With the tentacle.
Yeah, with the tentacle. Let me roll these 2d8 anyway, just so we know how much we. Yeah, okay, so 12
Mash him a
points.
bit more.
12
Alright.
points of cold tentacle. So what's the girth of this shark?
The shark, it's big. It's large. The girth is,
In
I'd say he's about, he's like 10
What's this-
feet wide.
Oh, okay, so he's got quite the circumference.
10 feet wide, maybe about 20 feet long.
Well, because I was
Yeah.
thinking, like, could the tentacle, a 10-foot long tentacle, like, choke him out? But that's not going to happen. So, how should the tentacle do this?
I would say as the tentacle suddenly grows longer, wraps around the neck of
Oh
the
yeah,
shark.
really, yeah.
Sure.
Tentacle has some extends, and it's just
I hope this
circling
doesn't.
around the shark and just like pinching off and just like a
Just
tourniquet.
choking it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You just hear the shark gurgling and just collapses lifeless onto the boat.
That was disgusting.
And I high five the tentacle, and he disappears.
Trice kind of bats her eyelashes at Zeph.
With that, the rest of the crew has been taken below decks, and standing there, just kind of like wide-eyed, just staring, is Durgo, DMX, as he looks at the shark and looks at you guys.
No,
You're welcome.
my chef's knife. Weighs not, want not.
Wait, can we look at this thing, make sure that it's okay to eat? Because hopefully last time you filleted something, it was green and disgusting.
Point.
Wait. Can I make an investigation check or a medicine check or something based on my smell? Because I have advantage if I do that.
First of all, I see there's something in its mouth, right? Like the bits of the torso and the.
Yeah, of that corpse. And what are you investigating for, Falsina?
I'm sniffing to see if the meat is good.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a valid question. So would this be investigation, insight?
As a bear, sure. Yeah. Do
No,
a
as a wolf. Yeah.
do a do a survival check.
Okay. 22. How's that?
Oh.
How's that shark smell?
Smells sharky and fresh. Freshly slayed, if you will.
Smells like
Alright,
sashimi, baby.
Better eat it quick. Things
No,
don't
I'm gonna
last
take a
long.
chunk out of that bad boy and just start eating it.
You just okay. All right.
Well, just one chunk, just a little. You know, maybe I'll grab it like back by the tail maybe, and I'll put my feet down on its tail and I'll rip its belly skin up
Oh wow.
to expose it so you can cut it better. You're welcome. Shark hide is thick, and then I'll just kind of eat that.
Okay. You just as you're like you're devouring it and you look over and you just see Dargo's just mouthing like.
I just turned to Durgo and was like, yeah, you don't want to mess with her.
No, I'm just gonna kind of lay down and just wait.
Can I start taking the teeth?
Dargo turns to you, Ro, and goes, Can you ask your friend to stop devouring that? We should save some for the rest of the crew."
I just ripped its belly open. I wasn't eating it.
Oh, you're not
Made it
eating
easier
it.
to access. Yeah, I just ripped off the
Okay.
belly chunk and then ate that.
Well, he thought you were eating
Now
it.
it's open.
Yeah,
that's
we'll
fair.
say
I laid
that.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. He goes,
You see how big this thing? There's plenty to go around. She can have what she wants.
"I'll go below deck and get the cook. We'll bring it down below and we can slice it up."
Bring it down below.
Oh, you're right. It probably won't.
Yeah, just would you
You
pay
have
it?
to play it up
Yeah. Rowan should use the ring to just teleport it into the mess hall, which it just
It's just
was.
And then just Neil is just like, like sauteing stuff for lunch and everything.
Oh wait, no, it has to fit in a 10
Big
foot
shark
cube,
mouth.
doesn't it?
Ah. That's
It has,
right.
it has to fit in a 10-foot cube, doesn't it? Or what's the radius of that?
That's the size of a large creature, technically.
It is, yeah, the shark is a large creature. So,
So let's just do what the whalers do and start disassembling it and then bringing the chunks down.
Mm-hmm.
Holfie.
But Rowan's gonna go for the teeth because I need new arrowheads.
Zeph, you
Okay.
should keep the jaw as a trophy.
So at this point, Durgo's gone below, gotten the cook, and they've brought up a bunch of butchering knives and sashimi knives and what have you, and you all have an opportunity to help kind of dissect this shark. What's that?
Just go like a hibachi chef, just start like,
Mm-hmm.
like spinning it around.
Holfie,
As you all do this, can everyone roll a survival check as you dice up this shark?
Nice.
What the? I have never passed a survival check in my
13.
fucking life.
5.
13,
4.
Well,
20.
20. So oddly, Rowan, you're the only one that seems like you're using these, surgeon assistant hands for dicing up this shark, and you're doing a really good job at it. And the cook is kind of impressed with you. Seems like his attitude towards you has improved somewhat.
You're the new cook. Holfie's been fired.
Hey, can anyone spare a cup of healing? I'm still pretty hurt from this shark fight.
Well, the surgeon is still a dire wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not bleeding out or anything. It's uncomfortable.
Christina, you didn't do a good job of cutting it up, even though you're a surgeon, because you're still a dire wolf. You got
I'm
like your
still
dire
giant
wolf
dog, yeah.
holes, and you're trying to. Yeah.
All right, I'll go over to Zeph, pat him on the back, and said you did well, and cast a healing word.
It was a fun one.
Rowan, will you help me, please?
What was that? What's that?
Rowan, can you save me as much of the hide as you can? I can cure it for
6
my
months.
spellbook.
Thanks, sir.
Sorry, Triskana, I couldn't hear you. I was dicing up meat. What was that?
Can you save me as much of the shark's hide as you can? Because I can cure it for pages of my spellbook.
Sure.
Thank you.
I just like hand you a whole bunch of greasy skin just right now.
Alright.
Yeah.
While they're dealing with the shark, I'll start washing my shark hide and start like processing it so I can cure it and like hang it up on my plants to dry it and all that stuff when I get the chance.
Okay. All right. So you guys, you've diced up the shark at this point. You've kind of cubed it up into these large cubes, and are you helping carry it down to the mess hall?
I am not.
Actually, I want to pull the cook aside for a second. Just, go up to him, ask.
Okay.
Listen, something's going on with the deck where we're storing all of our food. What's our plan for storing this? Because I don't think it's safe keeping it there.
Well, that's a good point. Perhaps we should take the bad food and toss it overboard.
Might bring more sharks. One way to go fishing, I suppose. Seems
Also a
like
good point.
a lot of the bad food already went overboard. That might be what attracted him.
Do you have a recommendation?
No, that's pretty much all we can do, isn't it?
Turns to the captain. Captain, the food. We shouldn't be keeping it below decks. How about your quarters? Captain goes, you want to stink up my quarters with shark meat? Captain's the only option. The crew needs to eat. Very well. But this should be eaten first. We'll be smelling like fish for the next week. Bring it in. He opens up the door to his quarters for you guys to bring all the shark meat in there.
Carry, bushels and barrels in. Make sure the lid's on tight as I can, but he's gonna smell like fish for a while.
Yeah.
Let's hope it survives in here longer than the food below did.
We want to keep that in the shade, nice and cool.
Yep.
I don't think that's the problem.
I'm still just picking teeth.
Picking teeth out. All right.
I'll bring in a couple of buckets in a couple of trips, and I'll use shape water to give them some ice to store it with.
Okay. Yep.
Oh,
So
that's
you make some ice. You make kind of like a little ice box to store all this shark meat in.
Yeah, every container they have,
inside
I'll
the
give them
captain's
some.
quarters. Also helps to contain the smell. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll do like one big 30 cubic feet of ice for every container they have.
30 cubic feet of ice.
I might be wrong on that. Just assume it's a lot.
The captain's quarters are now naturally air conditioned as well.
Nice.
Oh shit, so are
Even
ours.
some-
It's like a used air conditioner which has like a weird fishy smell. You're not quite sure, but
Yeah, that like fill up this room with ice, Ash.
I'll just do an appropriate amount. It's a non-numerical value that is an appropriate amount of ice.
Sure. Yeah, that's good. All right.
So can I go find Felix and ask if he has any, kind of like branches or sticks that would work for like a arrows? I just want to fashion some arrows if I'm running low.
Yeah. So he's not on the main deck right now. So you go down. I assume you go down below deck to look for him. Is
Yep.
that right?
Yeah.
So you make your way down. As you make your way down, their room is 3 decks down. You're climbing down the ladder. When you reach the deck where your guys' quarters is, and Durgo's quarters, and the locked quarters, you notice that the quarters, as you're climbing down, the quarters that are typically locked, the door is open just a smidge. It's not
Alright.
locked.
I go over there then.
Okay. So you stop at your deck and you kind of creep your way down the hall. What do you do?
I'm just gonna try to be as quiet as possible and just try to peek, see if I can see anything in the room.
Okay. You see it's open just a little, so you can't really see much. You just see a wall and what looks like a small kind of like, not small, like a faint whirling of fog.
Do I notice anything else in the room?
Can't really see much else. It's only open literally just a little bit.
Okay. Is there a key or anything in the door? Like why it's open kind of thing?
No, there's not. There's no key in the door.
Okay. Can I look around the hallway, see if anybody sees me?
Sure, do a perception check. Or do an investigation check.
8.
Okay. Yeah, from what you can see, you don't see anybody here. The hallway looks empty. You hear the sound of crewmen vomiting in other quarters. That's about it.
Yeah. Open the door a little tiny bit more.
Okay. As you open the door, you feel yourself being pulled unwillingly, immediately into the quarters, and the door slams shut behind you. And sitting on a cot, legs crossed, posture almost abnormally perfect, smirking at you, is a human character that looks like the boy that you saw in the decrepit village, maybe about 20 years older, and he's just smiling at you like,
God, Mike, you're so fucking creepy. Jesus.
welcome, Rowan.
What did you say?
Welcome, Rowan.
Oh shit!
And that's it.
Thank you.
And that's where we end it.
That's where we end it.
Oh
Yep.
shit!
Seriously, Mike, when I have nightmares, I picture that fucking monster face you made in playing
10
Oh,
candles.
yeah.
The
10 Candles.
I can't do it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that was the last thing. Because when I died, I just saw that face, and that's all I got to look at for eternity. So I see it still occasionally in my real life.
I'm glad that's what my friendship has given you, Nick.
It really has. You have sincerely cursed me in the sincerest form of the word.
a wonderful shared nightmare.
I can
That's
still
amazing.
remember that face vividly. It's
Yeah, because he
horrific.
made it like 18 times in the course of an hour.
Yeah, but that was like, just imagine like your now eternity is all you can do is stare at that face.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Now you have to make the face because I don't know what you're talking.
Oh, you didn't see it?
Here we go.
Well, bring the eyebrows in because you were that whatever
About-
whatever that thing was. There was
I don't know. I don't know what it.
About 10 degrees chin. About
Yeah,
10 degrees down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chin was down, eyebrows were in.
Yeah.
Well done, Michael.
The lighting was important too because he was lit by like a tea light that was ready to die in 5 seconds. Like,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just
What was
like,
that freaking voice? Charlie.
yeah.
Oh, right.
Charlie. Oh god. Creepiest night ever of my life.
Thank you, Mike. This was fun.
This was
Good.
fun.
No problem, guys.
Good game,
that was
guys.
fun. Looking forward to next week.
Me too.
All right.
Thanks,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.
All right.
See ya.
See you guys.